Over the past decade, the Orlando Magic have faced numerous challenges and struggled to establish a consistent presence in the NBA. Since the departure of Dwight Howard, the team hasn't been able to assemble a roster that has done anything at a particularly high level. However, there seems to be a shift in Orlando because they're currently the hottest team in the league. Right now, the Magic are on a 7-game winning streak that includes marquee wins against NBA juggernauts such as the Boston Celtics and the Denver Nuggets. But what's particularly fascinating is how the Magic have been finding success. The Magic are currently third worst in the league with a team three-point shooting percentage of 34% and an equally lackluster 10.2 three-pointers made per game. On top of that, they rank low in the league in assists per game. They don't have a single player that's currently averaging 20 points per game or a player averaging 5 assists per game. At first glance, the team's success is difficult to comprehend. But if you take a closer look, you'll surely realize that the Magic have been playing both tactically and relentlessly. The ability to control the pace of the game has been instrumental in the Magic's success. By forcing opponents into mistakes, limiting their shot attempts, and excelling in rebounding, Orlando's been able to dictate the flow of play. One telltale stat is that opponents of the Orlando Magic are averaging just 84.5 shots per 100 possessions. That means that opponents haven't even attempted a shot on over 15% of their possessions against the Magic thus far this season. That's the highest percentage of shotless possessions that a team has forced in the past decade, besides the 2019-20 Bulls. How have they managed to stifle their opponents so drastically, you ask? Well, consider this. The Magic rank third in the league in deflections, fifth in charges drawn, third in defensive loose balls recovered, and first in percentage of defensive loose balls recovered. All these plays combined make the Magic the top team in the NBA in forced turnovers so far this season at 17.1 per game, an astoundingly high number. Basically, they've been like a pack of hound dogs dominating in categories defined as hustle stats. The team's head coach, Jamal Mosley, can take some credit for the Magic's disruptive defense. As soon as Mosley became the Magic's head coach in 2021, he installed a bell in the practice court that he rings every time a player makes a hustle play. These plays include taking a charge, deflecting a pass, and diving on the court for a loose ball. Exactly the type of plays that the Magic have been making to win games. But their stifling defense doesn't stop after the shot goes up. On the contrary, after the first shot, the Magic don't lose focus. They're allowing 11.7 second chance points per game thanks to their exceptional defensive rebounding. The Magic rank third in the league in defensive rebounding percentage. This is because the Magic have been utilizing their draft picks and assembling defensively capable players. The team's two best players, Paolo Banchero and Franz Wagner, are both long, athletic, and have been praised for their defensive dominance since they were in college. But they have other weapons that have been contributing on the defensive side of the floor as well. Jalen Suggs has seemed to find his niche in the league as an elite perimeter defender. He's embraced his role and seems to be developing into the Magic's own Marcus Smart-type player. The Gonzaga product currently ranks 5th in the NBA in steals, 3rd in defensive loose balls recovered, and 9th in deflections. Meanwhile, Mo Wagner ranks 3rd in the league in charges drawn, and Goga Bitadze ranks 6th in the league in blocks per 36 minutes. Jonathan Isaac is also back in the team's rotation after a couple years of injury rehabilitation and has been a menace in his time on the court. He's currently 2nd in the league in blocks and 7th in steals per 36 minutes of action. To say that the team's defensive dominance has been a full team effort would be a vast understatement. But what about on the other side of the court? On offense, the Magic have found success in playing to their strengths. For starters, they rank 1st in the NBA in points off turnover, which is expected of a team that forces the most in the league. But they also have some young stars that are nothing short of special. Paolo Banchero and Franz Wagner are sort of like thunder and lightning. Banchero is extremely skilled, but also devastatingly physical and intelligent. His ability to get to the rim and finish is reminiscent of LeBron James. Wagner, on the other hand, is extremely crafty. He can Euro step like a 6'10" Manu Ginobili and seemingly can find ways to slither his way like a snake to the bucket at will when he's hot. Thanks to these two players, they rank amongst the top of the league in points in the paint. The team's emphasis on high percentage shots within 5 feet of the basket has been a key factor in their offensive efficiency. In fact, they rank near the bottom of the league in mid-range shots attempted. Additionally, the other Wagner, the less heralded Mo Wagner, has been playing out of his mind as well. Both Wagners are amongst the best players in the league at cutting to the basket and finishing around the net. But Mo's currently putting up some outrageous offensive numbers that rank him amongst league all-stars. His current .631 field goal percentage ranks him ahead of NBA megastars such as LeBron James, Nikola Jokic, Giannis Antetokounmpo, and Domantas Sabonis. And he's not just taking layups. Mo Wagner shooting .351 on 3.3 attempted threes per game. Against Boston, he scored 27 points while shooting 9 for 13 from the floor. His stats so far this season are off the charts. It's doubtful that he can maintain this level of efficiency off the bench, but clearly he's taken his game to a whole new level. Both Wagners, for that matter, are proving that their FIBA gold medal with Germany this summer was no coincidence. And since the Magic continue to force their way to the rim, they rank at the very top of the league in attempted free throws. Cole Anthony deserves credit too. He's been performing admirably as the team's lead point guard, while Markelle Fultz has been out with injury. On top of that, Joe Ingles has been moving the ball and Gary Harris has been knocking down threes like crazy. Jamal Mosley deserves an abundance of credit. The Magic have found an identity and are getting major contributions throughout their lineup. Is their current level of play sustainable? Well, they might not finish at the top of the league standings this season, but they have the foundation in place that should allow them to remain a formidable opponent for the long term. And it's possible this time around their success will be more sustainable than in previous eras. Unlike former Magic teams that were highly dependent on single players such as Shaq, Dwight Howard, and Tracy McGrady, this group is built on a system. Their style's completely different from former NBA champions like the Nuggets and Warriors, but they deserve praise. There might not be a more improved team or hard-working team in the league right now than the Orlando Magic. But what do you guys think? Is this the beginning of great things to come for Orlando's franchise? Or are they going to fizzle into mediocrity just like they did in seasons past? Let us know in the comments section, and please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel to keep up with more of our sports news and insights. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.